Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kellie, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Yeah, I'm among my peeps.
I saw that. I'm like looking over there and I'm terrified. I'm seeing monsters.
The Extraordinary Adventures of Baron Munchausen?
No, I'm looking at the creatures.
It's a game about all BSing.
And the last thing I remember is beating a cobalt, so I'm like,
well. Yeah, I'm just looking at all those creatures.
No, you're looking up kobolds. See, actually, while we've been, dungeoneering,
No, she's looking up gray dragons.
You're looking up gray dragons.
Gray dragons.
Guess what?
What kind of?
oh, I'm looking at gray dragons. Hold on a second.
Yay! We have a cute little thing, and I want it really bad.
The little fairy dragon.
So,
So does anybody have any suggestions of what we should call this?
This is a gray dragon right here.
oh yeah, we have to come up with a name for our gaming group.
Any suggestions? I'm up with suggestions.
No.
And sound good.
I don't
Like-
know, something that has to do with ovaries?
Or vaginas?
The Dragon Vagina Chronicles.
Dragon Janas.
No.
I know.
We'll spend one whole episode debating whether female dragons have memories or not.
No. They're reptiles.
In our first Dungeons or D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, the Unlikely Fellowship was the name of that band. We had two pair of oxen. One was named Bertram, and I thought it'd be funny. I thought, okay, Bertram and Fanny. Turns out, I found out what Fanny means. Yeah,
It's not the Heinies.
I've always heard the term.
Clever Fanny
Bob's your
packs.
uncle, Fanny your aunt. But
I thought it was just your butt.
no,
It's the other side.
No, that's in the U.S. and it's the vajayjay.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Have more fun
I didn't
when
know
you
that
watch
either.
English shows. It's more fun when you know that and watch English shows.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Especially since Fanny is a name that, is short for Francis.
Hmm.
I mean, like Jane Austen, hello, Mansfield Park, Fanny Price.
We're,
It's hilarious.
I don't know. It's like we're all female and we're all inhumans. So maybe we should incorporate.
And at least half of us are socially awkward.
Oh, yeah.
How about we call it something like the Breakfast Club, but like D&D version of it? Hold it, what was the name of the inn?
Let's see.
It's like the Dragon something or other.
It was the singing dragon is the
Yeah.
Is the
How about,
title.
okay, hold it. It's Brisenbane. So, the Brisenbane Club. No, that sounds too, Babysitter's Club.
Excuse me.
Okay, the People's Front of Brisenbane. Thought we were the popular front.
The People's Liberation of Brisenbane. No. The WTF squad. I don't know.
Hey, that could work.
I like that.
I like that.
WTF Incorporated.
Yeah. Because most of this campaign, my character is like, what?
And I'm just behind going,
And everyone else thinks it's wandering through forests.
or studying dragons, I guess.
So WTF squad, WTF what? You want to do
WTF
that?
squad. That's cool.
Party. WTF party.
Okay, we're the WTF party. I guess.
WTF party.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. Okay, so when last we left off, our wizard stayed behind at the barony to research the great dragons. And saying, great dragons? What is a great dragon? There's no great dragons. There is something in the book called a
Dragon cave? No.
Dragon.
Come a cave.
Dragon.
And thankfully her father gave...
Classification
No, why is
cave.
it backwards? Come backwards.
Because it's in the dragon section. Yeah, let's
Last name first, comma, first name.
This is why we were having issues before, because the group was trying all these different cool avenues for research ahead of time and find intelligence. It was amazing.
every freaking time.
It was apparently because the obscure reference of Grey Dragon, which, you know, everybody's like, Grey Dragon? There hasn't been a Grey Dragon since 3rd edition, or 3.5. Now it's called the Cave Dragon. So now you have been researching over the tomes for the night, but thankfully, your father, the Baron's court wizard, gave you a scroll that lets you be summoned. And you gave your scroll to your new friends so that when they're at the campfire, they can read the scroll and summon you with a sense that you know about the cave dragon. Or that they run into a fey dragon that's talking to them, and, you know, they'd much rather hear about cave dragons from you than some little fairy dragon.
But I would like all the information. So I would like both fronts of the information. Because, damn it, I don't want to die.
Okay. So once you summon your wizard, it would be a good time to clue her in on what you guys had happen. Is anyone going to read the scroll in the glow of the beautiful candlelight?
Who had the scroll?
You all have it. It's in the community chest.
I'll do it.
I just realized I need my cards.
Do you have the cards? Do I have the cards?
What's the Baron's name again?
Logain.
What?
I didn't name it, she did.
I did.
What?
I didn't know what I was doing.
I didn't know what I was doing.
No. Mix Coggy.
Yeah, the little fairy
I'm
dragon
trying to
mixed
write
up.
everything down. Yeah.
Did she tell you who Logain is?
No.
Kelly's not a
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age fan.
It's a I didn't know the Baron was going to be the guy who I threw the name out.
There's a reason why I told you he's a good guy.
Right.
I repeated that a few times in case you got the reference. Your Baron is a legitimately good guy.
Well, at one point, so was Logain.
So maybe the name is appropriate.
Originally, he wasn't a backstabbing evil prick.
I know.
But
How do you really feel?
But that was before any of the actual games.
You know, once adventurers get in there and muck with things.
Yeah.
Well, I've read all of the novels that they've written for the Dragon Age universe, and he's in the two that are prequels to the first game, and he's not a total jerk.
He just became one.
He's the product of his environment.
Yeah, sort of.
The choices you have
Sort
to
of.
make in a bad situation.
Yeah, he just tries to, you know, stop the heroes from saving the day and take over everything. Yeah.
Well, you know, politicians
But
are
hey,
all well-intended.
we wouldn't have met Zevran otherwise, right?
That's true.
I can't even tell you how much I love the fact that you know Dragon Age so that I can make comments and people don't go,
I got sucked into Fallout 4 right now,
yeah,
and I'm going to go back into...
Is it wrong that I wish there was a multiplayer version of Fallout?
No,
It
but
would.
It would probably suck.
It
So-
would. The multiplayer aspect would ruin it. Because then there'd be cheese doodles.
As it is with some of the mods, you could just have zombie walkers all over the
Yeah.
place.
I don't like playing with the mods. They make my game crash too
I
much.
know, but I kind of suck at doing this kind of game, and I end up using up all
I play on very easy.
I did, and I still die.
Vats, man, vats. I tell ya.
The ghouls completely, even in that, and then it takes too long for it to load up. Sorry, guys.
No, I'm searching.
Did trespasser finally?
Oh.
Alien exercises.
With my
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
What? Oh.
I finally got an ending, and now I'm gonna go through and play it again, and do it with Bull, and do it again with my Cullen romance. And
It is cool to do it in different ways.
Did you
I always
do you know what happens
I always
with
say
Bull?
I always save the Chargers. Damn it.
Did you? Do you
Always.
know what happens?
Yes, that's why I always save the
Did
Chargers.
you have to find it amongst those cards?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect.
So do I read this out to everybody?
You can once you rejoin the group.
So what do?
So
Hum dum shivai, hum dum
you guys,
Wow.
Wow. Who can name the movie that's from?
Oliver.
Yes!
Also,
my girl!
Also, The Undertaker used that as his theme song for WWF. Anyway.
Seriously?
Yep.
When he was the minister.
Klaatu Barak. Where
Anyway,
does half orc
I
come from?
sort of said it, not every single syllable.
I need an inspiration.
You need an inspiration?
I have not used mine yet.
Oh, yeah, I have two.
Because you can only have one.
Did you guys kill me last
Well, then
week?
I.
No, you were in the
studying.
library.
Yeah,
You
you
were
guys still
safe.
had one left over.
You're
Okay.
safe.
You're all very inspired. The group is sitting down, having a nice campfire talk with a little fairy dragon. It's as our bard pulls out the scroll and says, "Didn't the wizard say to read this once we get here?" And
So I do.
and you read the magic words.
Klaatu Barak Dudley.
And as you say the words, they dissolve off the paper, and the parchment itself starts to burn and sparkle. And all of a sudden, poof! The wizard is back with you.
Ta-da!
I'm hoping she wasn't in the bathroom or doing anything
Yeah.
like that, but okay.
She was powdering her nose.
Okay. Literally? Or figuratively?
Remember, she's a genuinely good person.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely.
Genuinely good.
She's an elf. I'll still admit to doing that.
Okay, so the wizard appears as the fairy dragon is starting to explain to you that there's a new dragon in town, that it's been smelling on the kobolds that recently popped out of the earth.
Okay.
And just then our dear wizard friend is back. What do you say as you magically appear before them?
I have found some very interesting information
Wait.
as I was studying this.
I have a very important question to ask you.
Yes.
Do you have any jam?
Yes.
You what?
Yes, jam. Marmalade, jam, preserves.
Jelly even.
Roll a die. 1 through 3 on a 6-sided, you do. 4 through 6, you don't. Nope.
Damn it. No, it hasn't.
Damn.
As the wizard's looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about?
I didn't know it's supposed to be jam.
Your friend likes jam. A new friend likes jam? Yeah. Who's your new friend?
We point him out. He's
It's
cute.
not
His
and
name
adorable.
is Miskagi.
Skaggy, huh?
He's a little Is he in that book?
He is not in that book, but I will show you to him shortly as you look around, and there's an adorable, as the clipboard's back in the dangerous parapet, fairy dragon.
With butterfly wings.
With butterfly wings.
Yeah.
He is
It's
amazing, and I want him.
Yeah, 'cause this one's-
Especially on the next page if you look at him. The cave dragon's on the next page. Whereas this guy looks like that.
I want him. I don't want That's so cute. I want to have like that on my shoulder. I want him.
He's
This
got
guy's
an
not
intelligence.
cute either.
He's got an intelligence of 14, so
He's smarter than most of us.
He's smarter than I am.
Sorry.
Yes, because the druid, rolled amazing with the
I'm
dragon.
really good with animals, it turns
Yeah.
out.
He's a lot smarter than I am.
Oh my god.
You alright?
What?
He's like,
You must have saw the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's games forever. Dude.
By the way, I'm Glory.
As there's a big tough tiefling with battle
Show the
scars
picture.
or badassery.
probably.
Lori, huh? I like that.
You like her? She's a
Oh,
gladiator.
love it. And you're a what?
I'm a tiefling.
A tiefling. Oh, we don't have a tiefling yet.
Well, now we do. Now.
Nice. I don't remember. It made my name.
She's a fair hand with the hammer too.
That's it.
When I don't die.
Right?
Or almost die, that should be phrased.
Apex predators of the Underworld. Cave dragons are the stuff of nightmares for creatures with little else to fear. They can speak, but they value silence, speaking rarely except when bargaining for food. They were born to darkness. Eyeless. These dragons have long, thin spikes that help them navigate tunnels or sealed passages around them, preventing foes from outflanking them. Their stunted wings are little more than feelers, useful in rushing down tunnels. Their narrow snouts poke into tight passages, which their tongues scour free of bats and vermin.
He's a little more than a worm.
Young cave dragons and murmlings can fly poorly, but older specimens lose the gift of flight entirely. Cave dragon coloration darkens with age, but it always provides good camouflage against stone, white like limestone, yellow, muddy brown, and then black at adult and older categories. Mature adult and old cave dragons sometimes fade to gray again. Cave dragons are always hungry, ready to eat absolutely everything. They'll devour undead, plant creatures, and anything organic.
Good. We'll just feed the kobolds to them.
Do they have any weaknesses?
They can be bribed with food and easily with gold.
No. Also, no.
Have the druid turn into a cow. We will give you the cow if you
I don't think so.
It's a rare cave cow.
And what am I supposed to do? Stab it in its throat when I hit it?
When it opens its mouth, you stab its uvula.
It says cave.
And then I get thrown up. Great.
So if you want to flip the page.
Hey, it's natural.
It is natural.
Page
That is
2,
true.
we've got...
Yeah, she's fridge.
Oh god.
They've got no special vulnerabilities, but you
What color was
can tell
that?
them they use...
I don't know.
I think it's exactly that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because he
pretty
did-
much standard
he
fare.
did tell
They're not
us,
immune
yeah,
to one
He's like,
particular
this is what it
thing.
looks like.
Yeah.
They seem to be fairly
he's old.
regular dragon-ish.
He's very wise. And old.
Yeah. Nothing exciting.
I want
Let's see, yeah.
Damage immunities, acid, thunder.
Yeah, so acid and thunder don't hurt.
Damn.
So we gotta remember no acid. Dang, I love
Yeah,
that
that's
acid
thunder.
too.
That
so much
saved our
fun.
Thunder's
The
my
acid
shtick.
saved your ass.
Literally.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
She put a globe of acid in Kobold's face.
But
was
it
fine.
was like
You
a
had
kobold
to have
on
been there to enjoy it.
steroids.
Oh, I believe it. No, I was just acid. Ass.
She dropped acid and the kobold
because
was
this
gone.
one got stabbed by the kobold.
No, but you're talking about my term of acid ass.
Oh.
Okay, so pretty much our wizard is having the conversation while the fairy dragon's throwing in little snippets of filling in the gaps and stuff like that.
So I turned to a fairy dragon and I'm like, can you tell how old this one is from its smell? Out of curiosity.
You know, it's a good question. It's probably just a wee young wormling,
Okay,
since it hasn't eaten everything in the countryside yet.
that's the point.
Operative term is yet.
Yet.
Okay, so we have to figure out how we want to proceed from now. Do we want to try and reason with it?
Reason with the
It is apparently intelligent.
cave dragon? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, the cave dragon.
Okay.
Because it apparently can be bribed. We're not giving it anyone, but it can be bribed with food.
Food.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, we could conceivably try to convince it to eat the kobolds, but the kobolds are bringing it food.
It did say always to keep it well fed.
Otherwise, they will be.
So they're bringing it food, so it'd be kind of hard for us to convince it to eat its source of.
Well, I
easy
mean,
meals.
no, they did say something about how we must give it food, otherwise it will eat us.
Exactly. So, I mean, what I'm saying is that one thought originally was maybe we can get it to eat the kobolds, but the fact that kobolds are bringing it food, that's completely
Yeah,
out.
but if we don't have any other food except for kobolds.
Yeah, but think about it. It's like,
I have an idea.
okay,
I don't know if you'll like it.
present it to
Oh, the
people.
best
Yeah.
idea to start that way.
We could play on my appearance,
Okay.
and if you, as a druid, are able to change form,
She's not.
She's not yet.
Yeah, she's not.
if not, I could bring you all as bartering chips to join the dragon's team. And when he was unawares, we could attack him. It's a dragon. I don't think we'll be able to take it head on. We have to go
Well, we gotta be sneaky. But what I'm wondering, but you bring up a point. No, she brings up a point about offering us. But maybe instead of offering us, why don't we find something to feed it, and maybe poison it? Maybe whatever we feed, we put enough poison on it, but find something that they're not going to be able to tell what it is, so it eats it, and at least it'll have a bad enough stomachache if it doesn't outright die that we'll have a chance to freaking kill it.
It'll weaken it.
Exactly. I'm all for weakening it. Because even something
or
that is...
letting it sleep and then we can gank it.
Exactly. I would like to disable it.
Because, frankly, I don't think the kobolds are going to be too keen on...
Well, the thing I'm concerned with, we barely beat that kobold of his, and if that thing is...
minion.
But it was a minion of the dragon, though. So if we had trouble with one of the dragon's upper minions, we're probably going to have problems with the actual dragon itself. So I'm all for finding some way to...
If we could get our little dragon friend here, they can turn invisible.
Yeah, but does that mean they can turn us invisible?
No, it's
They
just
could turn
just
invisible.
But how would that work?
He just tried to
For
fly
us.
that exit
So,
gate.
they somehow... I have a thought.
your new friend definitely does not seem interested in going in the lair of the
No.
kobolds.
I pretty much figured that.
Yeah, because they've been hunting this guy to keep him as their venerable god and king for a while. So, because kobolds do that, they like to steal dragon eggs and raise dragons as their gods.
Right.
Does he know of anything in particular that would be good to poison him with?
Yeah.
Or disable him with.
Let's
Or
see.
sleep, perhaps?
You could also go for a nature roll.
Right, you nature people.
Hi. Why am I nature rolling?
Well, apparently they're looking for something poisonous to feed the cave dragon.
I can roll
Okay,
too.
we had,
Everyone's like throwing
Throwing
dice.
dice here.
You go first.
No, I don't know of anything that would poison a dragon.
Oh,
Oh, you
no.
certainly don't.
The druid actually knows exactly what will poison the dragon. There's this fungus in a tree trunk that she is 100% certain will poison the dragon if you can trick it into eating it.
How about the wizard?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Because the wizard's also into stuff.
But just
Read
remember,
up on
No, I want all the options here.
Mike sees we get it to eat this piece of wood and it will get sick.
I thought it was a fungus.
Well,
No,
it's a
you-
fungus
you-
on the rotten wood.
Oh, okay.
But
You roll. I want options because there might be more than one thing.
It's a 5.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Wizard's like, trust the druid.
All right.
So,
Mikey, where is this stuff?
Mike, see, you know for sure that you passed a rotten log that has this powdery fungus that will most likely debilitate the dragon if you can get it to eat it.
And Mikey is saying the same thing?
I want to
Well,
use my
that's
medicine.
Mike's skill roll. That
I want
natural
to use
one.
my medicine on it.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
fine.
Oh no, Mixkagi.
Oh, Mixkagi?
What does Mixkagi say?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mixkagi knows nothing about this mythical fungus that the druid is talking about.
Well,
but that's
I want to use my medicine on the fungus just to take a look at it.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Oh, we're gonna strike the dragon.
But what does Mixkagi want? Because originally I was asking Mixkagi what, because dragon.
Yeah,
I know.
Mixkagi's never heard of any mythical fungus, or most likely dragons have a really good constitution, so
Okay.
they can eat almost anything that would make humanoids sick and still.
Okay, so but what do you think we could use? Is what I'm asking. Is what the original question was. I'm separately asking each person. Not like don't go by them. I'm separately asking each person. What do you think?
Mixkagi will give this beautiful explanation of this thing called Dragon's Bane, It's this mythical plant that fire dragons made extinct 1,000 years ago.
crap.
And then there's another one about a metal allergy to adamantite. It's kind of a joke because, being stabbed with an adamantite weapon.
Anything.
But nothing particular in your neck of the woods that you notice that the dragon's kind of being coy about what would hurt a dragon.
Yeah, because he's a dragon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And still looking for that jar of jam.
I will make him a jar of jam.
As long as it doesn't have the mold in it.
No, I'm not gonna try right now.
Okay.
And I'm kind of realizing he's being coy about it.
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there. We don't want to harm you at all. We're just trying to get rid of the thing that could probably eat us all. Just putting that out there. Okay, we gotta think of something else.
And of course, the fairy dragon will suggest, the dragon's not the biggest part of the danger. It's the kobolds that are desperate to get food for the dragon that are mostly the problem.
Could we poison the kobolds? Maybe give them an offering?
I'm not done with the poisoning.
Okay, when I say poisoning, not necessarily to kill them, but to put them asleep. Something to make them, because there are more of them than there are of us. We had problems with one of the higher-ups, and I don't know if there are more of those. So we had a problem with one. So if there are like 4 or 5 more, we're screwed. So I
did walk away from the situation.
Well, we did walk. Well, still. But if there are 5, we're screwed. I'm just gonna say, because then they're gonna have all. I want to just give us every edge that we possibly can. Now I understand some people might not like poisoning. What if we give them? Let me use other terms. Let's put them to sleep.
Forever. Or give them the shit.
Or give them the shit. Something like that. Just so we have a chance. Because discretion sometimes is better than valor if you need to survive. So, I understand you have honor, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and this is a situation that could get worse. So we gotta do what we gotta do.
I will give the druid, because she did roll a natural 20 on her nature check when she was tracking the kobolds that one time, that she does know kobolds usually in their little rookeries where they stay, usually have like a chamber full of fungus that they farm, as well as like underground animals that they raise to eat.
Okay.
So she does know that kobolds basically have a farm that produces food for them.
Okay. So we gotta find something to do to their food source that they won't notice. That maybe that might help weaken them to give us a chance. Even if they're all asleep. If they're all asleep and we sneak up, kill the dragon, and then leave, that could be a thing. That's an option. Because we gotta figure out our plan from here. Because us just kind of stumbling.
Do you salt the farm?
Well, no, we don't want to kill the food because then they're not going to eat it. We want to do something to the food that they're not going to notice. So when they eat it, and then go sleep, and then while they're sleeping, we sneak in, gang dragon, run away.
The druid does have this really cool poison that she found. Remember the mold?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. How bad? I mean, okay. So is this a stinky mold? Is it?
It's like a really dry, powdery mold.
Does it have a smell?
It does have a smell.
Like an obvious, like if we put this on food, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Wash it off.
It's not that bad.
Okay. So, okay.
I'm really nervous of that one.
Dwarf's like, this poison, kill anything. Elephant, kill it. Rodents of usual size, kills them too.
Okay. All right, if that's what we got now, so we need to, we need to come up with a plan. So far we have a poison. We know they have places for food.
Rude much?
And did you guys clue in the wizard about what you found so far? Because you did find something.
Well, we found the gelatinous cube and the dwarven,
the great ooze.
Whatever, the great ooze.
So they found the entrance to where the kobolds were coming out.
Which was apparently, part of it was dwarven architecture. Which is weird. No. Well, kind of. We're not expecting this, and the fact that it's to this state of disrepair.
The oozes are responsible.
Yeah, the ooze was responsible for that. So it's not terribly unheard of for that place.
Okay.
For this format.
Well, apparently
So-
these kobolds are using this area as their hideout, I guess.
Yeah.
So
This was an old dwarven cave.
No, it was only about 130 years old, you said.
Oh, by their standard.
well, not by
I was
mine.
wondering, so I'm wondering
Or
kind of
hers.
where the hell they went.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So let's formulate a plan here. So we have poison. We need to find.
Best poison ever.
Best poison ever.
Okay. Best poison TM. Anyways, so we have that. I'm kind of terrified myself. Anyways, it's fine.
I can stare down that hellhound without flinching. I say we just go in there and
No.
start busting
No.
heads.
I'm just gonna stand behind
No.
the group and go whatever.
No, we're not doing that. That is a bad choice. We are going to make a plan in case shit goes to hell, like walking down a hallway and everything collapsing and the two strongest members being buried under rocks. For a couple, you know, I don't want
I'm gonna write that idea down. Thanks.
that happened to us. That's what happened the last damn game. So, and we just even
The
have a
floor
problem of
collapsed,
us just.
and the two strongest members failed their dex save and got buried.
Apparently, I was the
God.
smallest person who could have survived that.
No, I bounced off. Well,
No, if I had gone first.
No,
Oh,
she
she
was
got
the
first.
only
Oh.
one that could have walked
The
across
lightest
without
one,
causing
yeah.
the,
okay, so
The two
Yeah.
heaviest and strongest.
Wait,
went first.
yes.
you know, the ones in armor.
It was hella fun.
Fabulous.
Uh-huh. Okay, so things we need to do. We need to. So we have the poison. We need to figure out where their food is, and we need to figure out the area of their food that they're going to eat like immediately.
Okay.
Because it would do us no good poisoning something that, oh, that's not ripe yet. We're not going to eat it for a month. So
Okay.
that's another thing we need to do. We need to figure out where the dragon is.
One thing at a time, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe let's go for the food first.
Yeah, no. As I said, we're
She's setting out
I'm setting out our
adventuring
objectives.
guideline.
These are our objectives. We need
She's
to.
writing a contract like in The Hobbit.
Getting really complicated.
I know. I'm trying.
I'm like, how do you propose
Okay,
to
Bard.
get somebody in there with their poison, to poison their stash?
Well, we gotta figure out where it is first. I mean, it'd be nice if something that was invisible could go in and drop poison on things, but
Are there any berries around we can make jam for it?
You don't have time to make a jam. It's a good idea. You could go back to town, but you think
This is kind
heading
of
back in the cave is probably the best bet.
this is a time sensitive
Remember,
issue.
there are traps that have been reset.
She's about
Huh?
to be sacrificed, remember?
Yes, the granny and her babe.
And
Okay.
my friend's son.
Yes.
So,
And we found out there's a big hungry dragon down there
did you
who likes jam between its toes.
Ew. Anyway,
So,
It's
do you
people jam.
think
okay, so we should probably get the poison ready. We will go again.
Oh, the beauty is for poison, it's automatically ready.
Okay, all right.
A perfect-
I'm so scared for this.
It's a perfect number one. You rolled a number
No.
one good.
It's not. I'm so scared it's gonna strengthen these fuckers.
No. The horrible thing about the number one is you think this poison's perfect. It's exactly what you
It's
need.
gonna do nothing.
Well, what we needed for a dragon, it might, which is no, but it might be okay with for a kobold. Because they're not the same thing.
You know, you're
Kinda.
not helping me. Alright,
It might be perfect for kobolds.
so I guess off we go, but can we ask our little dragon buddy if they'd be okay with spreading the poison over the crop?
For the
Invisibly?
She wants the blink dragon to go in with an invisible land.
unfortunately, the dragon wants nothing to do with going into that hole because if you had the fear of someone putting you in a cage, when you're a fairy
Oh.
dragon, that's a
Yeah, we don't
serious
want that.
thing.
I have a familiar.
Remember
Can that be done?
your magic cat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
could
you
that
can
go
send
in
your
there and
magic cat
maybe
in there.
spread?
I'm okay with this plan. We gotta find where.
How far can your familiar go without you?
10 feet.
No, that's just casting.
Oh,
the
that's
spell.
casting.
That's casting it to summon it.
Who you said far
Okay, so your familiar acts independently of you, but will always obey your commands. In combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn. A familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as well. When it drops to 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. It reappears after you cast a spell. So you could try sending your familiar down there if you want, but usually familiars do far better when they're supervised as opposed to unsupervised.
And they might take it upon it to try and feed it to the dragon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they
Oh, look! Somebody ordered chicken.
Speaking of lizards.
Delivery.
Pretty much the hard part of this is going back in the hole is the only true solution you have.
Alright, let's go.
And remember, there is still that gooey thing is still alive.
Yeah, the ooze is still there,
Well,
but
one of them
now...
is dead. The other one probably is moved on at this point, looking for food.
Okay.
Alright.
We know it's there.
And I have a way to distract it.
And we know it's there. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are hit points back to full?
Yep, you guys managed to rest the whole night. You're not accosted by anything other than the fairy dragon's, incessant search for jam.
So if we survive,
We can always just
Or
light, if we come into kobolds, just light the place up bright and bright,
yeah.
and that will
And then
give us an advantage.
Okay. So instead of we should probably make. Are there ladders going down into the hole?
Well, remember you have the ropes that you guys can
Okay,
because there were the ladders, but they collapsed.
Yeah. Okay. So we.
But
This
you
time we
guys
don't
have
fall.
ropes, so you can
So
use
this
your
time we
ropes.
don't fall.
Yeah, so you guys.
Alright.
So basically, they're taking the group's taking you up to a little switchback that goes to a crack, and it has some collapsed.
And we
brick
all
floors.
avoid where the things.
The darts
shoot
are.
out.
Yes, you obviously know about
where
where
they
you
are.
reset the booby trap. Do you point that out to the wizard? That
Yes.
hey, there's a booby trap thing, so that way you don't.
Especially given she's taller than the rest of them.
Yes,
Which
obviously.
is funny.
From what they point out, there's kobold booby traps that are meant to only attack creatures of medium height. So if you're short, like your gnome friend, they go right over your head.
So crouch down.
And you guys go to the crevice. You guys set your ropes up and throw them down, and you guys climb down. You can see where there used to be some dwarven architecture that collapsed because it looks like all the metal that used to support it was undermined by great oozes dissolving the metal. And there's a small cavern with a little stream. Looks all nice and petite. Looks like this.
Alright, let's make room for this.
You guys come down, and here's where the collapsed floor is. There's a little stream that comes leaping out of the wall, and then goes down a little whirlpool. There's little corroded divots in the ground where there used to be ball bearings that someone threw down.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a tunnel into the darkness that goes this way. You guys head that way?
Yep.
Yes.
Fortunately, we all have dark vision.
So in what order are
You
you?
have dark vision? Yeah, you're good.
I was gonna say, yep, everyone should have dark vision. So what is the order in which you guys are walking?
I think Glory and I are front. It's like same as last time. You in front, me behind, followed by
And since,
yeah, we'll put the wizard in the middle.
okay. Go ahead and just off the map, put yourselves in order heading this way. So, what time of day are you guys going back in since you have
Dawn.
Dawn.
Dawn?
The hope is everything is. You are not putting me at the end of the line.
So, what
got a
time?
tail. That's cool.
She's a tiefling.
She's
Oh
a
yeah,
tiefling.
it's cool.
As your tails are snapping back and forth, waiting for action.
Yeah, we want these things to be asleep, hopefully.
Okay. So, you guys are waiting a little after dawn there
Yep.
before heading down?
The lights up.
Okay.
It
So,
was a sticker of the house.
so you guys head down there. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. As you guys are heading back
I
into the
need to
deep dark
find some
secret
sort of-
spot.
Treasure that freaking ups. Oh, my stuff. Perception.
I got a 6.
23?
Oh.
14.
Plus.
Plus 0.
No, you're plus 3.
Oh, that's
Oh, no,
Did you want to roll a
persuasion.
perception
Sorry,
roll?
Yeah, so 0.
12. Oh my god. Natural freaking 20 for the wizard. With the keen elven ears, she perceives, literally you two, since you both are in the 20 plus range, you hear up ahead that there's. It's my sketch paper.
Yeah. That's on the ground.
That you're distracting me. It was all exciting and cool and shit, and you distracted.
Sorry.
You hear a scratching, screeching sound. You both immediately place it, as immediately you warn the bard, and the bard is freaking out. The bard seems very, very nervous. It sounds like the sounds of a flock of roosting bats.
Oh, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's bats and not like kobolds with wings.
I'm writing
Listen,
that
there's
down.
this thing called Bard's Tongue, and since you're the bard, shut the fuck up.
I'm not really a bard. We don't know that.
She
yet.
doesn't-
I know.
For all intents and
I'm
purposes.
not a
It's a boo!
It's from Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys definitely hear that up ahead. There's some strange crunching sounds, and you hear roosting bats basically getting settled for the night. And then all of a sudden you hear like this horrible screeching, piercing sound, and then the thud of something, hand-sized, just thudding from a height with a wet, sickly.
So
Sort of like bats drop something.
or something killed a bat and it fell on the ground.
Do we
Oh,
see
I'm writing
anything on the
that down.
ground?
Doesn't
You
the
guys-
dragon eat bats?
I'll go forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are you gonna go first?
They're already in order.
Okay.
so
Just go
you guys
slow
gonna
and
go peek
We're gonna
around,
go slow.
so the fighter can peek around the corner.
Is that the corner?
That's the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so dear fighter, you notice that at your feet, as soon as you take one step, are you trying to be stealthy?
I can try.
I like how you say
Chainmail.
that on Dusky. I can try.
No.
All of a sudden, there's a loud crunching sound as your boot comes down on the skeletal remains of a long desiccated bat. It's all dried up and mummified, shriveled up.
Ew.
Doesn't look like it just died and decomposed. It looks like it's been sucked dry.
I'm gonna look up.
You see the ceiling is covered with bats. They look, maybe benign, but covered with
Do
bats.
they look like normal bats or do they look like jacked up hell bats or something?
God damn it, Bard's
Go
Tongue.
ahead and...
I'm getting tired of this.
Matter of fact, with our amazing perception rolls, the two of you do notice that closer to this end of the cave, there are some bats of unusual size that seem to not be bats at all.
Like gargoyles.
No, they seem to be very bat-like, but they seem more than just bat-like. Because, of course, dark vision as it is, you don't really see a lot of color, but shape and outline. This, not that. You see 4 of those.
I love how we're in the corner and we can see it. That's
Yeah, well,
I think we're all like
And
just
there's no-
peering around the edge, like
yeah, you're
like heads stacked
doing the
like
Scooby-Doo
totem
thing. And you do notice that one of them flutters up from a bat corpse that's over here.
So they're feeding on the bats. So they're vampire bats. Cannibal vampire bats.
Can I shoot them from here?
You have
Is
a
it within-
bow or
I have a crossbow.
You have a crossbow?
80
Is it-
feet.
Is it within range?
Okay, yeah, it's starting to flutter up from the corpse of the bat. Basically, it's a scourge. This horrible. Think of the evil mosquito meets a bat, and it's fluttering up from the dead bat. It's about bird size, but it's
So-
fluttering back up to its little spot where it clings to the roof.
Gross.
They don't know we're here. We can always blind them.
I was thinking flaming arrow. I don't know how easy that is to do.
Take an arrow, take some time lighting it up, setting it up and then firing it.
Yeah. And can I take time to aim or anything like that since we're not in combat?
Yeah.
Which gives me a bonus because I'm probably gonna roll crappy.
Okay. You also have your inspiration too.
Yeah, I can do that.
If you really want to hit it.
I do really want to hit it.
Really want to hit it? Okay, so you make a little arrow with some tinder in it, and you light that tinder on
I have
fire.
oil and all that stuff too. And I have a engineering spec, so. That sucked, and that sucked.
What'd you get?
For what, 4? So 15.
15? Well, it knows you're there, because of course you failed your roll, and
Right.
you know. But 15 will hit it as it grabs and like clings to the rock and starts to get into bat position upside down, and your arrow sticks right into it.
Cool.
Give me damage.
Give me that. So 1d6, 1d8, something like that. 1d8 piercing.
So 8 plus what?
What's your dex?
My dex is +2.
So plus
10.
2.
So 10
10.
plus.
Okay, your crossbow bolt twings out, hits the thing. Arrow just goes through it. Its body explodes.
Nice.
And it was on fire too, so.
Yeah. Well, it didn't really catch on fire. It just
Oh.
had this flaming air bolt that went right through, cutting it in half. As it gives out this horrible squeak sound as it hits the floor thudding.
Brings the rest of them.
Does that cause the rest of the bats to freak the fuck out?
Pretty much everything starts to get very, very agitated right now. So go ahead and roll me initiative. Because shit's happening.
9.
6.
12.
Oh, wait.
Give me that.
17.
91.
Wait, what?
16.
Well, it's plus your dex.
Mhm.
Oh, oops.
So if you have any dex bonus,
Where are we?
Plus 3.
Yes, 3. So
7.
19. 7. And what did our fighter get?
Don't pull it from that.
12.
12.
You got 12, right?
yeah, 12.
I got a 9. I'm not last.
Yay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wow. Okay, so as your crossbow bolt twings out, hits the sturge, it basically pops like an overfull tip when you, and it just splatter hits the floor.
Yeah, I got an instrument.
And the worst part is it lands on the floor of this little cave area where these bats have obviously been roosting for a while, so it's got the usual goo of bat goo.
Guano.
Yeah.
In stereo, where available.
You like that? Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, so immediately when it sends out its death cry and your crossbow makes that twing sound, the swarm of bats basically loses its shit.
Literally.
And by the way, the exit to their cave
Is right by us.
Oh, fabulous.
is through you.
I'm safe. Technically, right?
I know.
You're short.
I am
Right over
short.
there.
I'm
against
not
the wall.
quite. I'm not as short as you.
You
but
have
I'm
a
still
shield that you can use as an umbrella.
I'm a ducket.
The swarm of bats, which by the way I'll take and use this since it needs to like fit underneath people, is going to go ahead and move itself right under our fighter. As the
Under or over?
Well, all around. Basically, the swarm of bats, because they're all tiny creatures, this giant swarm can flow around.
Okay.
It's flowing around the fighter as they're panicking, freaking out, clawing and nipping, especially since, you know, the assassins of their family are right there.
I'm gonna whack them with my tail.
Unfortunately, they got initiative.
I don't give a shit.
So,
I'm not
ooh,
giving
damn.
No.
So will
Everyone's
a
stepping up.
21 hit ya?
Yes.
Okay, so the swarm
Only by
of-
3.
Only
but
by
still.
3, yeah. For 3 points of damage, as all of a sudden all these little scratches and bites as they're flying by. They're really not doing much damage, but they're basically scared as hell because you're there.
Right.
And all of a sudden murder bow went off. Okay, so
What do I do?
So-
Kill things.
the crossbow bolt was fired. The bats freaked out. The bats won initiative, so they went first and attacked the fighter. See that paper thing under the fighter?
Mhm.
That's a swarm of bats flocking around the fighter right now.
Okay.
It may or may not continue its way out the door. We don't know.
We hope it does, so we don't have to deal with it.
And that one's gone, but
Sorry.
They're, of course, hanging by the ceiling right now. And that's what they look like. Double-winged little nasty mosquito thingies. Very nasty. So what would you like to do since you are? By the way, you can go through squares that your friends are occupying, but the bats may get an attack if you try to walk past the bat.
When it says a creature, does that mean you can only
A swarm of bats counts as a creature.
a creature?
So anything that you could do to a creature, you could do to a swarm of bats. Because it's basically
remember
a big
that I'm in
mass.
the middle of them.
Yes.
Well,
That's why she's looking at single target spells instead of AoEs.
I know, I was like, I'm not going to use my AoE.
can I use poison spray but not affect my group?
Yeah, because it's just single target, right?
Yes.
Yep. You can fire a poison spray at the swarm of bats.
And I need to roll for that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 12.
You're going to fumigate the fighter.
I don't know which one my 12 is.
A 12 sided
It
is
is
like,
so it's
this
this
one.
guy.
but
Yep.
you need the 20 sided to do it. This is a 12 sided though.
12-sided just looks
That's
like
only...
It has the
slightly.
5.
Yeah, D12 is if you hit. So first you want to go ahead and roll with that, and remember it's your spell attack bonus. Oh,
Wasn't a 1.
it was not a 1. So and then it's going to be plus your, remember the highlighted stuff, your spell attack bonus?
11.
The other one.
Attack. How about 3?
3.
7.
So 7 points. Basically, you fire off your poison spray, and then just because the mad chaos of the flock fluttering around, your spell misses. And, like, makes some of the mud in the wall all nasty, disgusting looking.
Oh, fabulous.
Ew. Okay, so I do have a quick question. Glory,
Mm-hmm.
what is your dex bonus?
Dos.
Okay. So you get to go first. Because you tied with the fluttering nasties.
So you have
The things that are wrapped around me.
No, these nasty things that are
Oh,
eating
well,
the
I'm
bats.
gonna shoot another one.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about the little bats. Whatever.
Okay.
What?
What was your initiative?
12?
Mine was.
Oh, sorry. No.
Yeah. It's
I
her
was
turn.
like, I'm like 17.
You are correct.
There you go.
Why did I write your name down by Glory?
Wait a minute, I seem to
Yeah.
recall that I had a higher initiative than Glory did.
What is your character's name again? Just blanked.
Dang it.
Okay,
Zalaris.
Zalaris.
So,
got that fixed. Sorry about that. So Zalaris.
Yes. So I have a question. So these are bats,
Mm-hmm.
kinda. Well,
Yeah.
some of them. And high-pitched noises sometimes interfere with their echolocation. I have an instrument.
Game mechanic wise, it
No?
won't really do much for you.
Okay, never mind then.
Would have been cool though.
All right then.
Badass.
I'm gonna shoot one of the scary ones.
Okay.
With my bow.
So you're gonna come in closer into the room? 'Cause
Well, we're kind of all Scooby-Dooing right now. So, yeah.
you guys are stuck at
Well,
a
you have
choke
to.
point.
You have to physically
Yeah,
move.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to. Yeah, then yes, I will try to get.
So you're gonna
You
push
can
past
try and
the
shoot
bats.
one of the bats.
You can shoot into the bat swarm.
I'm terrified I'm going to shoot her, and I would rather not shoot her in the
Okay.
head.
To shoot one of those guys, you're gonna have to push past these
A
swarm
life
of
lived
bats.
in fear is a life half lived.
The dwarf's a motivational speaker.
Uh-huh. Because is it an area effect with just using my... Because you were talking about spells. I mean, would I have a pretty good chance of hitting her? Because it's a swarm.
It's a swarm of
If
fluttering
you roll
bats.
a 1, yes.
If you roll-
don't
But if I,
roll a
okay,
1,
but like I would just hit one in the
Well,
proverbial
your arrow
swarm?
would shoot through and probably cut a couple of them to pieces. Depends on how much damage you do.
Okay.
Because perhaps since they are a swarm, they may or may not be resistant to piercing damage. That means it does half damage. But then again, you don't know quite how many hit points a swarm has.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you'd like to, and that's that slurping sound you just heard is what these nasty things are making.
That's,
And if you're that
You-
scared about it,
If you want, you can try to just push your way through the bats and get into the room to shoot those guys.
okay. Well, I mean, because these from what I'm seeing here, yes, they're annoying, the normal bats, but those things are probably going to harm us more, and I should probably murder the things that are going to harm us more.
And they're on the roof to ceiling.
Yeah,
right?
they're clinging to the ceiling.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to try and push past. Like, get down and go under, because my assumption is bats are going to be near the ceiling,
Well, remember,
freaking out.
unfortunately, this is a very small cage.
She is taller than me.
And-
So, and if I get down low enough, I figure they're not going to be going down because they're bats. They're going to want to go up.
Well,
So, yeah, they're swarming up.
They're trying to push all around you guys.
Yeah.
So how far into that room are you gonna go?
I just want to
Just far
go
enough so she
just
can
far
see
enough
the
so I
shape.
can shoot it. That's
Okay,
yeah.
so just there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bats, as you're pushing through the swarm, are gonna
Try.
Attack of
Ooh.
opportunity.
You should be at a disadvantage because they're already attacking her.
doesn't work that way. You want to attack of opportunities to be at disadvantage if you're attacking somebody else? Okay. So you are gonna get scratched up
Okay.
pushing your way through the flock of bats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
6 points of damage as one
Where's my
apparently gets you right in the throat.
Fuck! I am almost dead. Yay!
Apparently one of the
Seems like
just
a fairly difficult setting for first level
They're
characters.
coming around. Nope, I don't think she went twice.
-6.
No, he won. No,
Two.
he won a bunch, but this
Oh,
is
wow.
my third time.
Ouch! Shoot.
Okay, go ahead. Which one of the three are you gonna go for?
The closest.
Well, but
Okay, so
I
this
won
one?
your
Yeah.
time.
Okay. So he's still stationary, so you do have advantage. Which means you do get your
12 plus.
roguey damageness.
Okay, so what do I add?
But you also get to roll again to see if you get a higher score.
Okay.
Yes, you get to roll twice and get the higher of the two rolls.
I rolled the exact same thing twice.
Okay.
That's why I like to roll two 20s at the same time.
Oh.
It makes them
So,
angry when you
just-
make them compete against each other.
Well, no, it just makes it easier to.
So I get +5, I guess, to my attack. So that's a 17.
That will definitely hit.
And I do 1d6 of piercing.
Plus you get an extra 1d6 for your roguiness.
Ooh,
Oh.
12 plus.
You fire the
What's
arrow
your-
and it splatters it all over the place. You just see where the burning arrow landed, lighting up that area, and just more splatter of parts land on the ground.
Okay. Yay.
Hopefully that was the one that was about to go.
That's the hope.
Okay, so... damn. You did splatter 2 of them so far.
Now glory. Or is it Mikesy?
I'm 6. I'm last.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so then it's Glory's turn now.
Yeah. So...
So if I leave my square, will that I provoke a attack of opportunity?
Technically, no.
Oh,
But
what
if
does
you
that
get
mean?
if you get more than one square away, yes.
Okay, well then can I inhabit the same square that she's in or not?
Do you want to go ahead and move one more square? We'll give it to
Yes.
you since they got their
Yes.
attack of opportunity,
Yes.
so that way your friend can move one
Yes.
square.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
if not, you're setting up a really bad choke point on
Yes.
yourself.
Also, yes.
Okay, so you can basically move one square unless you leave the square. You're fine right now.
Okay. So I would like to shoot another one of the bat thingies.
Okay,
And I
go
will
for
duck.
it.
I'm also taller, so that helps. 11 plus 4,
That will hit.
15. And it's a 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
5 plus 2, 7.
Splatter. They're very scary, but not very tough. Okay.
That's fine. You better start rolling better or you're going in the freezer.
Anvilsprark, what are you going to do?
Healing word on the Bard.
Okay.
So you get 4 points back.
Yay!
As this profusely bad bat bite on her neck starts, immediately seals up and just the blood.
Oh, wait a minute, that's a bonus action. Okay, I'm also going to shoot one of the things with my crossbow.
You're gonna shoot one of the bats?
Yep. One of the. Or actually, you know what? Can I use my just take out one of
The
the
swarm.
hammer on one of the swarm? The
Okay.
swarm
Or
bashing.
okay.
So, and I'm going
Because
to.
the swarm is between her and.
Yeah. Inspiration?
Yep. So, plus 5, so 17 points.
That'll hit.
I mean, 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
Okay, as you swing your hammer and it just like splatters through a few of the bats in the swarm.
Couldn't have rolled higher. No, I had to roll a friggin' 2.
Well, it happens sometimes. Okay, so Mikesy. Bats. Sturges. What are you going to do?
Either the thorn whip thing. Probably would be the best to get.
Okay, so you're going to use the thorn whip on the bats?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
These two or something.
I think you can only move forward 1 space at this point, correct?
Well, her thorn whip is a ranged attack.
Yeah, it's...
Right, I know, but I was just talking about moving. She said moving closer, so.
Yeah.
But she can actually share space with any of us.
Because a small
she's
creature
tiny.
is really
She's
handy.
Hey, the tiny.
She's much like the swarm of bats. She can just, fit in the same square.
Mhm.
Because I think
That's convenient.
Very
Very convenient. Especially if you, like this one when she was playing a rogue halfling, she was sharing
Oh, yeah.
space with everybody. And by the way, sharing a space is a rogue. You have partial concealment, so you can disappear behind the
Yep. So once you use level, it's like, hide.
So go ahead and make your attack roll.
I think that's what I want to do.
Are you sure?
And I'm tiny,
Uh-huh.
so I can't really hit them with my staff.
True.
And maybe your thorn whip could take out more.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because I can't really entangle anything unless they're on the ground.
Entangle does work. So if you use your spell Entangle, roots will come out of the walls and entangle.
It just says the ground.
But we're underground.
What I'm saying is the spell will work as intended. Even though you're underground, Entangle would make tree roots come out and grab the bats.
I would rather use that for that big thing, but I don't know.
That big thing might be dead before.
You have
Fun.
your friends have been slaughtering the sturges.
It's gonna be...
The flock of bats in the hand seem to be pretty... The least intimidating thing seems to be the most intimidating and damage.
That's done the most damage to everybody.
Okay, so that'll do the swarm, the entangle swarm thing.
They're horrific little
I'm
things.
gonna need a little chip then.
Okay, so
the little green
little-
thingies. Just one.
Can I
Since
share
it's
the
a
jam?
spell. Just one. I want to put it back. I can't do it. My arms are long.
Okay, so you're gonna read your Entangle spell. What's it do?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in the 20-foot square starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground and the area into difficult terrain. The creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on strength saving throw or be resistant.
I don't
Do the
know.
restraint.
High strength.
Restrained by the entangled plant. There's a strength check to
Hi. Hi, pretty lady.
Hello.
Are you putting a leg in there all sexy?
I was actually trying to make sure that I had the wheel in here.
I'm
It's for sale tomorrow. Oh man.
Oh, we can.
When I'm done with the spell, it goes away.
Okay. God bless you.
Thank
you.
So you basically go ahead and cast the spell right there, and go ahead and in the square, and then move it 20 feet, so you get 4 squares you can fill. So starting right there, make cover 4 squares in greenness.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you said 4.
Yep. So she.
The one right in front, yeah. Just make it.
Okay. So go ahead and anyone in the green squares. What's your spell DC?
What?
On your character sheet, the highlighted stuff. There should be
12.
12. Give me a strength roll 12 or higher.
Oh, they got a 1. The bat's got a 1.
And on top of that, they're negative. Because go figure.
Natural 20. You
A
don't even
swarm
notice
of bats is -2 is a total. So we need our fighter to give us a quick strength check. That's going to be laughable.
Bard got natural 20
What'd you get?
10.
plus.
What's your
strength
strength?
bonus? You got a
No, that's including my strength bonus.
Oh.
as all of a sudden you feel roots just like kind of grab your feet. But immediately all the bats are like pulled to the walls of the cave. And you just see the poor bats just squeezing away, trapped in the roots.
And the bard just jumps.
Nimble little legs.
Okay, well, needless to say, the bats are, and they rolled a natural 1, which turned into a -2, so they're stuck. Okay, so. Oh, the pain and suffering. So, wizard.
Question. Can I move and attack?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
just
can.
cuts her distance.
The green squares are difficult terrain, so it takes basically double the normal movement to get through those squares. But that's not a problem for you with your elven speed. So you
instead
can
of
easily
6,
walk
you can
into the
go
room.
3, and you can easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and you see the last one. It's fluttering now. It's ready to come in for the attack.
Oh, I'm going to use a magic missile on it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Darkness.
Was it 2 or 1?
No, it's for the magic missile. It's you just roll the damage because you make the 3 magical darts and throw them out.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, you do.
18.
Because
That's
remember, with
the
the magic
okay.
missile, you don't have to roll a
Sorry.
d20.
I have a little
It automatically hits, so you just need to roll damage.
I have a thing where I just.
So,
which one do we roll?
the one you
D4?
I understand. I've just been feeling troubles all day. So.
Still learning these cards and dice. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, your first dart goes flying through the darkness and just literally splatters the damn thing. It just explodes in gore.
Gross.
You have these horrible smelling popped ticks in here. The bats are stuck to the wall, screeching. Okay.
How many bats are there?
It's a medium-sized swarm, so
Like
probably
20?
good, dozen or so.
Now, I'm just wondering, are they making enough noise to cause us issues? Is what I'm wondering.
They are making a lot of screeching and scratching, but you have a feeling that, like, especially your druid, if they're coming in and out every night, they're probably making the same amount of noise.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that we didn't just set off basically alarm bells.
We're
or
good.
anything like that.
Anybody want my dagger to go and stab all the bats
No,
before
I'll
the
just bash
discussion
'em.
the spell? I can't move because you're behind me, so
This one will squish them.
Okay,
And then
so
I
you
can't
guys are
release
basically
it.
going to go coup de grace the bats
Yep.
while they're helpless. Okay, and you just see these squished bat corpses in the,
hey,
in
they
the roots.
scratched me in the face.
They
They need to
literally-
They
die.
almost
slit her
murdered me.
jugular open.
If it wasn't that I didn't want to get caught in the entanglement, I'd be back there stabbing them all in the face.
Okay, and basically,
Just
fighter,
clean it
just
up
go ahead and
with
give me a
vermin.
strength check to break loose on your turn.
Oh yeah.
15.
You just lift your feet up and the roots just snap and break. Okay, so you guys are heading on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are coming around this way. And when you get here, you notice something that's completely not part of a cave. When you come around this corner here, you notice that there's... Now, you've all seen meat freezers, right? They got the plastic sheets hanging down. You see basically the leather equivalent of that. There just seems to be like leather stitched all roughly with some fabric and stuff. And looks like some old rotted tapestry that's just making a curtain, a nice heavy curtain that flops down and strips.
It's probably
It
to keep
keeps
the bats
from
out.
coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Use perception.
yeah,
Okay.
let's all do that.
17.
Oh, that's a good one.
14.
19.
Y'all are paranoid.
7.
It's not a 1.
Natural 20!
Well, first, as you guys are walking up, you're like looking at and the fighter, your new compatriot immediately throws her hand out defensively, stopping you from getting too close.
Well, she is the first in line. So
Because in the glint of her burning crossbow bolts, she sees that there seems to be like fish hook scraps of metal in this curtain. So that possibly, if anything like a bat or something was flying, it would get scratched with these fish hooks and take a small amount of damage if it just like
or gets
willy-nilly tried to push its way through this curtain. So obviously you want to take precautions when you open this little curtain.
I'm gonna take my warhammer and open it with the warhammer.
Okay.
and then
And
we
then
all just duck
everybody-
underneath.
Safely allowing your friends to woo-saw your way through.
Yes.
So we're past the
Yep. So you guys like over here. You do notice when you're past the curtain,
Wetty.
what looks like just clumps of dirt and all actually happens to be two little tunnels about Mikesy size that go off in both directions.
AKA kobold size.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them happens to be at foot level on the ground. The other one, it's kind of at shoulder level. So small creature would be right there in your face if there was something there.
Can I block these?
Dungeoneering roll, you can collapse them.
Yeah, I'm gonna, quietly do it. So
Let's make a roll. Let's make it a roll of any of these little tiny holes.
Yes,
Collapse all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna make a point to.
No.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead
we
and
might
make
never see
engineering
you.
roll so you can take your hammer and safely collapse this little tunnel.
Oh, so
Don't forget.
That's gonna be.
yeah, I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Thirsty.
Okay. All of a sudden, Anvilsprark just like
We don't have anything.
thwack hits this tunnel, and you hear rumble, 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 and you're like, I thought we were safely collapsing this tunnel. And all of a sudden, it collapses, but it just blasts all of you guys with dirt and dust and rumble sounds. And go ahead and give me just a quick Constitution save from the amount of.
I've never done. So what am I?
5.
Oh. 15.
Okay, and add your Constitution.
It wasn't me. It was the wood. It's like I'd rather eat my own armor than admit that I'm wrong.
13.
15.
This is some shoddy work. Not
Okay.
me. I didn't do it.
You go and you roll 20 and then you roll a freaking 3.
So the wizard and fighter, unfortunately, were not prepared for it. They turned around just as the poof happened. So of course you're spending basically a few seconds clearing your eyes, nose, ears, throat of this.
I got a dirt slot in the face.
Exactly. Of you just you're wiping your eyes. Dirt mask, except for where you.
Yeah, the powder. Yes.
So or at least they partially blocked.
Oh, the first one collapsed completely, except there's a big poof of dirt, and who knows where the other poof of dirt ended up shooting out.
So okay, I'm gonna do.
It was in no way subtle or. So while your compatriots are blinded and coughing and hacking, would you like to collapse the next one?
Yep. Okay. Hey, this time I got a 10.
That was all you needed. And she goes thunk with the hammer and just hits the roof of this little cave and it goes.
The first one was figuring out how much damage it needed.
Yeah, apparently the kobold engineering threw her off for a second.
Crappy next. Crappy workmanship.
Okay.
If it's not dwarven, it's crap.
Wait a minute, didn't the last dwarven floor collapse on you?
And that was because of the ooze.
So you say.
So
I'd rather eat my own armor than admit that I'm wrong.
so as you guys are coming around here, you do pick up that there's light in this room. It's really, really dim. It's like
Is it like a phosphorescent light
It's
or like a
more like
bioluminescence?
a red candlelight. It looks like maybe like somebody had like 2 or 3 candles in here.
Okay.
And the light seems to be moving. Anybody gonna peek around the corner?
I will.
I'll do it.
I guess we're all
Okay.
perception. Is that what's happening?
Yep. Who's the main one that's gonna be peeking their head around there?
Who's got the highest perception?
+2.
I rolled a 16.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't see shit.
You're all paranoid.
21.
Well, as you look around the corner, you notice that there's 2 very well, not very large, but like cat-sized beetles. They're basically one here, one over here. They seem to be chewing on something, but they're glowing. They have little glands that glow.
So it is bioluminescent.
They seem to be eating something. It's like a little.
I got 21. Do I know what?
She's a druid.
Give me a nature roll. You got a 21.
With advantage since you got 21?
Let's do it with advantage.
Wait, what? Advantage. You
Really?
got advantage.
Yeah.
Huh?
So you got
Catherine?
2 20-sided. And you take your 2.
I just
No,
realized.
8 plus.
Why am I holding?
What's your
Nature?
perception or your nature?
12.
She's got 12.
Okay, you basically know they're fire beetles.
What's a fire beetle?
Eating.
Well, the things you're eating is just like muck.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be, but basically,
Does she know that they're just,
If they're regular beetles that just do,
or like, are they naturally aggressive? Are they?
So as I was going to say, with your 12, you know that a lot of creatures use them because they thirst glow, and some people harvest them for their little glowing glands that glow a couple days after you kill them. And for the most part, they can be trained to attack things, but they're not really that scary. They're more just like a dung beetle of the dungeon.
Okay.
So
So if you want to try to kill them, they're not that difficult to kill.
I
I say we just ignore them.
Yeah.
Let's.
Well, hold it. Let me approach and see how they
I want
react.
to see, that.
So
Just in
I'm gonna-
case they can be trained to attack.
Because with our luck, we don't want a chance.
So pretty much, if you're not threatening, they're not threatening.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
walk by.
So what is in this room?
Yeah.
So basically, you see in this room that there's a bunch of provisions in these little corners, little alcoves,
Provisions as in.
as in looks like stolen stuff.
But
Is there jam?
There is no jam,
no. I just want to know if there's food.
but
provisions.
it does look like there's some smoked hams that have like been chewed on and thrown to the corner.
Do you want me to set the poison?
I
There-
will put a
there's-
little bit of poison on
There's
some
some
of that.
pots and pans, stolen various
Oh,
things.
this
Yes,
is the stuff they stole. This
Yeah,
is
but
the
there's
thing
food
they
too,
made.
so there's a possibility they're going to eat it.
I
So
have a-
any food we
yeah.
see, we should probably poison.
There's a possibility, but I have a feeling that's more for the thing they wanted.
Hey,
Either or.
Okay,
either-
so you're gonna take your uber poison and
a
put
little
them-
bit of it. We're just a little.
Okay.
And then if you could collapse that little hole right there, that would
Oh
be
yes,
awesome
yeah.
too.
You notice there's a little hole there since you're there.
Alrighty. 6.
I'm all the way over there, so that's all I'm going to
Yeah.
A 6. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden another dirt explosion happens, but this time the dwarf is covered in dirt.
Is that startled?
as the beetles kind of walk away from that
Okay.
because a few minutes ago they were in that cave.
Can I search the provision areas to see if there's anything useful?
Before I poison
Same
it?
here. Well, no, we're only having you poison the food.
Okay.
You do notice that there's a few basic weapons, cutlery that you could use as daggers.
Sure.
There's a few tools that could be used as a a throwing hammer.
Is there anything that can be set on fire?
Oh yeah, there's like clothes that people had.
Well, no, like oil.
Oh no flammable oil stuff, but there's plenty of burnable items.
Okay.
There's like book that you can tell
No, I
someone
d-
scratched the book up and was using the paper for something other than reading.
At this point, I want to, like, if we have to book it, I want to set things on, like, burn the bridge and leave kind of thing.
Salt the earth.
Yeah. I want to put, like, things in the way, and they might be on fire if we have to book it out of here, is what I'm trying to do. Because, fire.
Mhm. So pretty much you guys have all moved into the room. You're all looking around. People look in the piles. Poke.
Poison.
Poke. And all of a sudden in this area over here, you all pretty much as you're poking through the stuff looking for any anything particular you're wanting, all of a sudden you just there's a little rock there and you just see a cobalt head. It's a very tiny cobalt head.
Oh, God.
Smash it.
Like,
Yeah, murder it.
Take the hammer.
like as in,
Like
Child?
one of those
It
games.
could be child size for kobolds, or just a very weak,
I'm sorry.
adult.
so obviously it failed its role. itself.
I need. It's dying. I'm sorry. We don't-
Okay.
Now we
so-
have to do.
Who would like
or-
to take the shot? I'll pretty much let you decide.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to. If I see a cobalt head, I'm shooting it.
Okay.
So that's what I do. So let's give this a shot. Not fuck it. I'm using that because I don't want this thing to get away until alert the rest
Okay.
of them. So that means I roll 2 of these.
Yep.
Yep, and you get the better of the 2 rolls.
Sweet. 17 plus.
Plus 5.
Okay, you don't even need to roll damage. You go fire your arrow out. It glides over the cover it was using and just goes right into one eye socket. It falls down dead.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay? Makes a horrible skittering sound on the ground like that. Just like that.
All right. I'm very.
Oh,
Okay.
Like a boss.
Yes. I'm a looted corpse.
Okay, unfortunately it has nothing on it, including no clothing. So I think it's definitely a younger member of the kobolds.
At this point, I don't really care because either way, I don't want it to alert things that will murder us.
That's a good plan.
Now, if I see a human head, I will not shoot it, but generally, cobalt-looking things are going to die.
I love how I was just drawing these little tubes and you guys are getting all intense.
Shit. I'm all about blocking the fuck out of these.
So is it like that little end is a corner?
This is where you guys are going to be coming in, yep. So you guys are traveling through the little Lawrence.
Okay.
Am I right in these?
No.
Order?
This is not even us.
Yeah,
That's not even you?
That's her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, why are you taking
I thought it was the.
This one.
Where's
that
me?
one's-
Why are you taking me
and-
away?
Oh god.
So I thought it was.
So
because
I
you
was
have a sword
last.
too. I
Right.
thought it was the.
I almost think at this point we should have a strong person in the front and a strong person in the
Oh my
back. What do you
god, did you
think?
see that?
Someone to guard our rear.
I go faster.
Guard our, yes, that.
Yeah.
So,
The other things.
yeah. Should we have, you want to kind of do the rear, or should we have the fighter do the rear?
A rare guard. A rear
Glory's
guard.
not going to want to go in the rear.
Wow. It's because we've all had a rough day.
Yeah. I will if you guys want me to, but my character would much rather be near the front
I know.
because she's a
Okay.
soldier.
I know, I just wanted to make sure we're kind of protected from all sides, as it were.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a druid with some kick-ass AoE.
I
And
know.
when she gets to be just a little bit older,
I know, but
she's going to be even more powerful than us.
and it's one of those things where it's like little tiny thing at the back that I
Little
worry.
tiny thing could rush you guys.
I know.
So put me in the back.
Pew! Pow.
You know,
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
For a bard, you're really uptight.
Well, Okay, we're walking into a dragon's den. I'm not that kind of bard.
She's heard the tale.
I still think you're a bard, remember?
No, I'm saying I'm not that kind of bard.
But my little person could not only like entangle something
What is that?
behind us if it's
It's
a
probably either rubble, it could be
Is that the
debris,
farm?
it could be
Is that the farm?
perhaps.
It can't happen.
I also remember I have an entangled thing.
I know.
If I'm in the back.
It's one of those things where I keep forgetting because your character is so teeny tiny. It's like, oh, we have a baby in the back. Why?
Listen, well, baby,
Okay, so
I
as you
know.
as you guys you're creeping, you're hearing scurrying noises up ahead,
Okay.
but it's and you're hearing weird like blowing noises.
Sorry.
Blowing?
Well, she blew her nose last week.
There's a sick one in there somewhere.
That wasn't that one. Oh, you just stepped in.
I don't know if that's worse.
So, fighter, go ahead and give me a perception roll as you guys are coming up around the corner.
6.
You're like, it's okay. There's nothing dangerous up ahead. So, you guys, I'm assuming we're moving on forward.
Yeah.
I'm not used to these kinds of situations.
Yeah.
I'm used to a big ass arena.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
You're
think
like,
so.
you're like semi
That's
close.
a 20 for my perception.
or two.
Okay, for your, you prefer the underground type confines. For gladiators, got claustrophobia in here.
I need to stretch my tail.
I need a little bit of these horns.
I can't.
Your
My horns can't breathe.
on the ceiling.
So, with the dwarf looks around, immediately you notice that yes, there's movement up ahead. There's quite a large bit of movement at first when you guys are walking into the room. You do notice that these are actually different underdark fungus.
Like edible fungus.
Like edible fungus.
Farmed fungus.
Yep.
Like edible fungus. The smell is, as well as if someone's good in nature, maybe there's more than just edibles.
Well, gee, maybe with my natural 20 perception, I can know what's kind of moving about.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to know about that?
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
nice.
I don't really care about the shrooms right now.
Okay.
I guess that's my job later.
Huh.
Are those gonna stay in one spot?
Okay. Well, they're beads.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're fleeing! That's what they're doing.
I was trying to
Be
use them
funny.
for kobolds, but they disappeared.
Because
Well, just use the little people you were using before.
they're not as scary.
So you notice
Oh, Jesus, there's that many.
Oh,
a bunch of kobolds scurrying away
Okay,
from your general
let's
direction.
Remember the rule. It better be in depth.
Mm-hmm. And these definitely seem to be scrawny, not weapon wielding kobolds,
they're there to harvest.
as well as some not so scrawny ones that actually are brandishing weapons.
Are you trying to give her a heart attack?
Oh my god.
Poor Talia's like,
Breathe!
Party
The comment says,
bring it, Stuff.
The
Bard's
says
having an
something
anxiety
yeah, she's
attack.
like, run away, but I can't run away.
So,
That's fine. Arena, you found your arena.
so,
Would you like to try your speech on them?
I'm not that kind of bard.
She's the kind of bard that's
I think.
I just play music at bars. God damn it. Alright.
Okay, go
Let's do
ahead,
this
roll
shit.
initiative.
12.
Go.
18.
7.
13.
What'd you get, Mike C?
7.
7?
8.
8?
I told you that I'm coming home late. No.
Damn, he just got a natural 20.
God damn it.
And he rolled an 18, so he's doing
I'll
really
catch
well.
you.
Yeah, it's funny how she watches my rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys
It's
come around
the bright orange
you come around
dye.
the corner, and literally there's this whole explosion of action. Of fighter comes through, going mushrooms, but hey, and she just like lightens up when she sees combatants ahead. The dwarf goes, that's not true. That's the food right there. That's not jamming your toes.
I have a natural 20 to perception, so it was, oh look, kobolds farming.
And pretty much at that exact moment, you have this little kobold goes running into this tunnel, disappearing.
You mean the tunnel that's blocked now?
No, this one.
I know.
You don't know where exactly that tunnel's going. These little tunnels crisscross everywhere. And 5,
I'm already ready.
25, 10, disappeared down that tunnel, disappeared down that tunnel, and they are running, screaming in a panic of
Those are the farmers, so they're the
We're being
non-combatants.
invaded.
Yeah.
But those 4 seem to be not so skittish. They seem to be not on par with the one that you tangled with earlier. But they seem to be they're gnashing their teeth. They're not going to put up with this. They're not going to be invaded. And that's a great place to wrap it up there.
On the battlefield, I'm a warrior, ready to kill or be killed. I've defeated orcs from the north, sent Kandorian demon spawns back to the depths, and drank with Cimmerian heroes. But when I get back from a hard day of disemboweling my enemies, I enjoy nothing more than to open my castle doors and find a dungeon crate as my reward for blood well spilled. Designed for role players and tabletop gamers, Dungeon Crate is a monthly subscription box service with a treasure hoard of loot you can use on or off the battlefield. Miniatures, dice, tokens, coins, maps, modules, terrain pieces, handcrafted items, RPG jewelry, and more are yours for only a few gold per month. You even get a digital crate along with a physical one as an added bonus. So what say you? Are you ready for postal glory? Oh boy. DungeonCrate.com. Let the adventure begin.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.